Hello, you guys. It's me, the Metaverse Explorer. I'm back again. I'm here to keep you updated on what's happening in Star Atlas. This week, we have a video that's going to come out at least 2 days from now. There'll be an announcement soon. We'll see what it is. But for now, I just wanted to cover a few little topics, right? Let's get started. First off, we have a new ship to look at. This is called, I'll just increase this here. I love it. I love it, right? I love it. This is great action shots of it. Whoever is responsible for these action shots, I hope they really do an action shot for each of or an action GIF with music or like this kind of audio for all the different ships. So this is the Visas Solo, right? Let's go ahead and have a look at it at the marketplace. The Visas Solo, it's available in, I think, 12 hours from now, which is pretty nice. Let's have a look at some of the pictures, shall we? First off, consider the Touring Edition. Let's actually stop this sound. Thank you very much, mate. Thank you. Considering the Touring Edition of Racer Class Singles, let's go. The Visas Solo has an abundance of hull reinforcements to get you here to there safely and in an ease of comfort. Don't underestimate the Solos though. It is ready to cut and tear through the fabric of space-time at a moment's notice with the best of races. Bolt through hazards and danger with confidence in the quality engineering and design of Visas at your command. Let's go ahead and look here. They do have some really nice shots here. Look at this. Now, so this is on the same level as the Opod Jet, and I think two of the other smaller ships will have. It's a little bit smaller than the Thimble Lobby, because the Lobby is at a $60 VWAP, while this is, I think, at a $20 VWAP. Now, I'm really concerned because this picture itself looks a lot different from that, right? The profile of it is different. It's a lot longer. This is way shorter, right? Look at the distance between the driver and the front. And then look at the distance between this driver and the front. It might just be the position of the camera, but this one looks like it's actually very different. This one and that one looks very different. That's just my opinion, right? That's what I see at the moment. So this is some different side profile shots of it. I love it. I want to find the ArtStation engineer who did all this. Very great work, and some schematics as well. Awesome. Available supply, 315,000. Origination price, $20. One pilot. Extra small components, nothing crazy there. Extra small hull reinforcement and one extra small fuel slot. So this is very similar to some of the other smaller ships that we have. And you can probably compare it to either the X4, the PSX4. You can compare it to the Opal Jet, maybe the not the Thimble Airbike, maybe the Thimble Lobby, okay, and maybe the X5 as well. But this is an extra small ship. So it's an Opal Jet and a PSX4. And I love that you got all the different brands, right? In an extra small, you have a Visas, PS, and an Opal. Awesome. Let's move on there. Are you going to buy one of these? I'm personally not, because I'm going more towards the higher end ships. I'm looking for a Calico Evac at the moment. But while we're here, let's actually have a look at some of the other ships that might be coming soon in GAL. Like, I'm not going to go through the Capital and the Commander class. We've seen some of the small ships already. I'm interested in the medium-sized ships, right? So let's go over here and have a look. We have the Ogrica Tursik, we know, Calico ATS Enforcer we've seen, Mamba we've seen, Busan Ash of Winds, we haven't seen this. This is a medium salvage, right? We haven't seen any salvage ships so far, so I'm very interested to see like what it's going to do, okay? A data runner, I'm very interested in it because I don't want to buy everyone's Visas Opod. We don't have many data runners on the market. The Calico Skip Trace is a bounty hunter. We have one already. A tow hauler. This is the second thing I'm interested in. So I'm interested in ships that don't have a market yet, right? They're not out already. They have different use cases possibly. So I'm interested in a tow hauler, a miner, and a salvage. A freight, I think, is the same as a pack light. So meh, I don't really need one so far. Opal Bitboat, we saw Benzene as a tow hauler, the repaired Busan Floor, a bounty hunter again, a fighter, and some multi-rolls coming. We have the Busan Dark Wind, which is a multi-roll, and the PS MR8, which is a multi-roll. Now, we know the Calico Combat Hero is the same range in price as the other multi-roll. So it really depends, right? Do you want to buy a new ship that is the same multi-roll? Do you want to buy at VWAP price of $3,000? Or do you want to buy someone's Calico Evac, which is at $600 and has basically the same specs because they're in the same kind of the same price range, like the same spec range, right? It makes sense. But at the moment, like, I don't really think anyone's actually buying more ships. It's the bear market at the moment. Everyone's saving their capital on the side, which is what I'm doing as well at the moment. But I'm slowly getting some more ships, the ones I specifically want, because I'm now trying to see my fleets I'm going to form, because we know in Scream you'll have to form your own fleets, right? I'm trying to see what ships are going to fit with what ships in different fleets. So you're going to have a really small fleet that you can go and explore stuff with, like super fast. So you're going to have your combat fleet, or like your rescue fleet, maybe one with a Calico evac and maybe 2 fighters or something like that, or like a transport fleet. You know, we need more information. The capital classes, we've already seen some of these. I won't go too much in depth into it. But at the moment, I wanted to tell you and show you some concerns I raised last episode, and it did make some rounds. So my concerns were within the foundation room. I thought you can only share text that was being shared in the foundation room, and they posted pictures, and that you weren't supposed to post pictures anywhere else. And I thought this was a rule, and so I made a video saying, "Hey guys, why aren't you enforcing this rule?" Because we found some leaks outside. Because if our DAC and if other DACs are stopping themselves from sharing alpha with their guild because it's in the foundation room, and everyone can just post it on Twitter, then what's the point, right? So Michael Wagner just did come out and made this small statement. So let's read it out, and then let's go with it. So someone asked about the situation, right? We are fairly permissive with the information shared here. In fact, all the written contents can be shared freely. No problem. In fact, all written content can be shared freely. We drop images as exclusives here, but with the understanding that it is likely to get shared outside the channel. So we didn't have the understand. I didn't have that understanding. My understanding was that it shouldn't be shared outside the channel if it's an image. Foundation Room is primarily in place to provide our team with a more efficient means of managing the conversation with dedicated community members, and to provide direct access to those same dedicated individuals. Nevertheless, it's important that the info we share gets disseminated broadly throughout the community. So what is he saying? He's saying that share all the text you can see, and we don't care if you share any of the pictures. So now everything you share in that channel is going to be widely publicized. Okay, at first we weren't, like myself, I don't have access to it, but I know people who do have access to it, and they weren't specifically sharing stuff in the foundation room. But so far, they're going to be shared now, right? That's what he's trying to say. It's important that the info we share gets disseminated broadly throughout the community. So now everything you share in the foundation room will be shared throughout the entire community. Then what's the point of the foundation room, right? It's just to decrease the rate of the chat so people can actually chat. Well, then make sure that it's not a chatting room, make sure that it's just, all you need is a separate Discord category that says leaks or, new info or whatever, and then post all your pictures in there. And so that's available to everyone, right? That's just what I think at the moment. But thank you very much for clarifying that. I mean, that's really good. We don't have to worry now. We can just cover everything we see in the foundation room. That's much easier. I wanted to remind people we have a community Twitter Spaces that's coming pretty soon, hosted by Ashes, of course. A chat with the only guild, which is Rome. Rome are really prominent in Star Atlas. Alpha sneak peek leaks from the interior. Now, I'm very concerned about this. Are there actually going to be alpha sneak peeks? Because the last time they said there was alpha sneak peeks, there was actually nothing. So that got me disappointed last time. Don't get me disappointed again this time. What can I say? I mean, I hope like the Star Atlas Twitter manager chats directly to either Santi or to Wagner himself. The community manager might be Santi. Like the Star Atlas Twitter manager might be Santi. We don't actually know, right? And then there's community feedback. Awesome. Now, one last thing I wanted to cover with you guys. There has been a lot of FUD in Star Atlas, not for Star Atlas, but for multi-faction guilds and like win sharing, so win trading. So basically the idea was that, Star Atlas is trying to say it's beneficial to be in one faction, and then you have to face other factions to accrue loyalty points. So the FUD that's been spreading by a lot of different single faction guilds at the moment, and like there's been a bit of propaganda, they're ganging up on multi-faction guilds. They're saying, oh, well, you guys are multi-faction, you'll just get together as a DAC and then trade, a win for a loss and then a loss for a win, and then you guys will just trade back and forth and just like game the system, right? That's been the argument for them, but like that's really stupid, to be honest, because at the end of the day, there's going to be more in losses than you're going to be gaining. If you have to go and repair your ship, you're going to cost to repair your ship is going to be a lot more than the cost to actually win from that encounter, right? Yes, you might win loyalty points, but these systems haven't been implemented yet. We don't even know if it's possible, right? Right? So Aephian has actually come out with a little article to address some of this issues that's been going on, right? So it's called Multifaction Fears Addressed. And they give you a little synopsis. So we'll just go through it very briefly, right? I won't read word for word, but I'll give you the key points. There are 4 arguments we'd like to discuss to illustrate why these accusations against multi-faction guilds are baseless, and more importantly, why we think these fears are short-sighted. Everyone will be able to abuse such exploits. It's not just multi-faction guilds, right? Any guild, any single player, any single faction guild can just team up with a single faction guild, or members within your guild themselves can just create a Solana account and go and fight against themselves. All you need is 2 browsers or like a mobile wallet and then your desktop wallet. Like there's no difference, right? No difference. Okay, this is the blockchain. There's no way to prevent against cyber attacks still. Exploits are a danger to the whole game. If we were to do this, we're killing Star Atlas ourselves, right? And we are the Star Atlas community. So why are we killing our own game? It doesn't really equate, right? The team is on top of it. They know about this already. They've said they'll try and figure out something and to stop people from doing this. Once again, it's not even out, and we don't even know if it's possible, and we don't even know what effects are. So all this FUD it's getting way too crazy. And then the last point they make is don't let fear cloud your judgment, okay? Don't let fear cloud your judgment. Now, there's a lot of there's more information about win trading here that they talk about. I'm going to link this down below so you can go and read it yourself. But let's go ahead and read the conclusion. We're unsure of why this suspicion of multi-faction guilds suddenly popped up a mere week after celebrating the great unity of the factions and the community in Copa. The Copa was great, right? It brought about all the different communities and all the different DACs. And now there's so much FUD, like from DAC to DAC. What the hell is going on? What are you guys doing? All of us attended this event, single faction guilds and multi-faction guilds alike, at the invitation of the factions themselves. Its purpose to make peace remain between the factions and the DACs. Therein, we appreciate and applaud their efforts, and it is disappointing to see this peaceful meeting being followed so quickly by guilds throwing shade at each other. Additionally, I'll increase here so you can see. Additionally, this once more proves that community is key in making sure that peace remains. At Aephian, we have always been very transparent as to what our goals are, building and selling ships, not to one, but to all factions. We have no reason at all to risk our stellar reputation by engaging in the kind of behavior discussed above. It's vital to our organization to keep everybody's trust and continue being able to supply them with ships. So, a message to the Star Atlas community, calm down. What are you guys doing? What's happening? Like, all this FUD is not necessary. We're in the bear market at the moment. I understand if you're losing money on ships or if you're losing money in general in the crypto bear market, but you don't take it out on the rest of Star Atlas community. Like, what are you thinking? Man, like, chill. Propaganda is supposed to be in-game. You're not supposed to be actually attacking the other community members who are trying to help Star Atlas grow. You know, if you guys make me feel like shit, I'm not going to keep doing Star Atlas videos, and then you lose content for YouTube, and people aren't going to find content, and people aren't going to get interested. It's just simple, right? It's a simple fact. Okay, that's it for there, guys. I'm going to leave you. I'm going to love you and leave you. Thank you very much. For those who are still positive within Star Atlas, thank you very, very much for still sticking around, still like making strides in Star Atlas. For those of you who are flooding everyone around, chill. Just relax, man. Jesus Christ. Ciao for now.